Let me join all the other dignitaries which have welcomed you to the great state of California. I must warn you that if you stay in San Francisco very long, you'll fulfill the words of that old song, "I left my heart in San Francisco." It is a great city, and we are proud to welcome all of the members of the ACCT. And now it's my real honor to introduce the governor of this great state, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Governor Schwarzenegger was first elected to governor of California in 2003. He was reelected in 2006 by an overwhelming margin. You no doubt have read about Governor Schwarzenegger and all of his accomplishments since he's been in office. He's become a national leader in environmental legislation. He's taken California through a very difficult time. And he has been a real friend to the community colleges. But let me tell you why he is a real friend to community colleges. Because you see, Arnold Schwarzenegger can tell a very moving and powerful story about what California community colleges did for him. He arrived in this country as an immigrant from Austria. He was already a worldwide champion, Mr. Universe of a bodybuilding contest, and so he had presence, he had unbelievable drive, and he had intelligence, but he wanted the educational tools in order to succeed, and he found them at Santa Monica College, where that college, through training in the English language, through its work in the world of business, he is an entrepreneur by heart, and so when he came to Santa Monica College, he took business courses, and that, of course, catapulted him into the kind of star that he became in the world of movies, and also, of course, eventually in the political realm. I had the privilege of being in the state legislature and to work with Governor Schwarzenegger. I recall that he spearheaded a bill, Senate Bill 70, which had to do with giving $20 million to career technical programs. I was fortunate to author the bill, and he signed it, and now that's grown to over $40 million. He signed another bill of mine, I recall, Senate Bill 361, which changed the funding formula for community colleges. He has always been a friend, and when I completed my Senate term, Governor Schwarzenegger said, "Jack, I'd like for you to serve as chancellor of the California community colleges." Now, you can't turn down a request like that, especially when you stand next to him. So I have been proud to work with him, and he has been a great friend. He has actually visited the office and talked to me about how much he cares about community college. So I am pleased to introduce him, but before I introduce him, those of us in the community college wanted to present him an award. And we in the California community colleges have this award we're giving him today as the Community College Governor. So I'm now so proud to introduce to you the Governor of California, the Honorable Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you so much, Jack, for this wonderful award. I tell you, obviously, when you are in my position, having won many world championships in powerlifting and in bodybuilding, and having been involved in movies, you get a lot of trophies. and you get a lot of medals, and you get a lot of awards. But this, without any doubt, here today is the most recent. You know, all jokes aside, you know, you always have to start to warm everyone up with a little joke. But I mean, I just want to say that thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's not what I came here for, but I really appreciate that very much. And I want to say thank you again to Jack, and thank you also to Tom and to Arthur for having me here today. And this is, you know, a great gathering. And I want to say, you know, there's a lot of people that are here in the audience that are very dedicated, men and women, dedicated towards education. I understand that we have more than 1,000 trustees and more than 1,000, you know, presidents altogether out there, all leaders of colleges, of community colleges around this country. And so I just wanted to stop by basically and say welcome to California. Welcome to California, and it's such a great honor and a pleasure for us to host all of you here in our beautiful state. I also wanted to congratulate and thank you for your services. You do a specific service which is in a very important segment of our education system, which sometimes has been neglected, and that is, you know, community colleges. But I want to just also take a moment and to just say thank you also to my very good friend and the Chancellor of California's community colleges, Jack Scott, because Jack was a very important leader, education leader in Sacramento. And I worked with him over the last, you know, 5 years, and we passed a lot of different bills that were good for community colleges and for education in general. You know, you always, as a governor, you rely on experts amongst the legislators that you can work with. If it is in economics, or if it is with Veterans Affairs, or if it is environmental issues, he happened to be the guy that I went to always when it has to do with education. And so we have accomplished a lot, and he has been an extraordinary leader. But I think that he is also the real deal. He was not one of those legislators that was just talking about education. I mean, he came and led the community college in Pasadena and did such an extraordinary job there. So he was a real friend and a very knowledgeable person. So we were very lucky to have Jack there. And I actually miss him now that he's not there, but I know that he was termed out because we have this crazy term limits here in California. And people that are that experienced like him then have to leave and move on. But it was really actually an end great, because he then took on this great challenge of leading the community colleges here in California. So let's give him a great hand for the great work that he has been doing for California. Now, community colleges serve such a vital role, and so many actually vital roles. They offer a first-rate education that is accessible and affordable literally to everybody. They are the gateway to our 4-year universities. I don't know if you know, but in California here, we have you know, almost 70% of our university graduates are community college transfers. So it just shows to you of how popular in our state community colleges are. And they're also a leading provider of job training and career tech education. And I absolutely love career tech education. I'm a product of career tech education from Austria. So this is why I'm very adamant about, you know, that we always have career tech education and the funding for career tech education. Community colleges train 80% of California's firefighters, law enforcement officers, and EMTs, and 70% of California's nurses. Just to show you that a few years ago when I came into office, we had a tremendous shortage of nurses. And then we made an agreement and worked on with the community colleges. And now, since then, we've created an additional 20,000 nurses here in California.